Hi guys, welcome to another beer review. Going back to the Mikkeller brewery over in Denmark, and we are looking at the single hop series, and this is the Citra variant in a pretty looking can, I think you will agree. This was one of the beers that I got from the Mikkeller beer mail. If you've seen the videos previous to this one, and you're interested in the Mikkeller beer mail, then I'm going to put my link down below to my referral link. So if you want to try it out for yourself, I think you can use it for a more expensive box, but you get 25% off. So check out that link down below if you're interested. And of course, I thought I'd give it a go because the only beer I'd had up until that point from Mikkeller was the collaboration that they did with Crunchy Frog, which was a American brown ale, if I remember correctly. And yeah, so far so good of the beers that I've tried. So, a single hopped IPA using Citra. This is clocking in at 6.9% in a 330ml can. And yeah, a very pretty can indeed. So I think they've got a few beers in this series that are fairly accessible, especially on their website. So yeah, I like the idea of single hopped beers. It's great for people like me who are still learning. It's still in the early stages of learning about beer, and it helps you to get a taste and appreciate as well as familiarize yourself with specific hops. So yeah, this should be an interesting encounter indeed. So without any further ado, let's get this beer opened and see what we get. We'll pour it all in so I can get my nose in there. But a beer in the glass, and that is a lovely sort of orangey amber colour. Got a fair bit of haze in there, you can't see through it at all. Lovely cloudiness to it. Nice amounts of carbonation rolling up to that finger's worth of maybe a slightly off-white head. And you know what? It looks fairly juicy, doesn't it? It's nowhere near some of the sort of juice bombs that I've had recently, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit more hazy than you would expect from a fairly regular IPA, I'd imagine. I'm not too sure how long they've been doing this series for, but yeah, that looks absolutely lovely, doesn't it? Especially in that light. So let's see what we get on the aroma. And you get a lovely sort of sweet, lemony, citrusy vibe coming off it straight away. Has that like slight hint of a cascade as well. Sometimes I've found with these single hop IPAs, or where a specific hop has been advertised on the beer itself, there will of course be other hops in the recipe. But yeah, I can definitely get a little hint of a cascade in here, but this is predominantly, as you would expect, a lovely citrusy character. A little bit of sherbety edge as well. But yeah, that's a really nice, well balanced smelling beer. Not overly punchy, not overly juicy. I don't think you'd really expect that from a beer like this, but what you have in there is absolutely wonderful. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. Ooh, that's lovely. The key to this beer is the balance and the mellow aspects of it. Lovely bitterness on the back end that slightly creeps up on you. But you take that swig and it's almost smooth going down, it really is. Starts off a little bit smooth, then that carbonation comes in, Lovely prickly sensation on the back end. Fizzles down perfectly. And it's just one of those satisfying, easy drinking IPAs. Lovely hint of grapefruit in there. Slight tropical flavours in there as well. Maybe a hint of mango. Usual suspects like a blood orange as well. But there's no harshness at all with this. It's not potent. You get slight fruit juice flavours in there. Yeah, that's just a lovely beer. It's so uncomplicated, but it's so tasty and satisfying. And that Citra hop shines in this one. If you love your gentle citrusy IPAs that are nicely balanced but have character, then you can do much worse than this beer. That's like, excuse me, quite gassy. To me, that is what you should do with like a single hop. You don't abuse it. You use it in just the right amount. You put it in the boil at just the right time. I'm imagining that they've dry hopped this as well. And it's just so easy going. That's the beauty of this beer. It's so pleasant. It really, really is. The more I'm looking at it, the more it looks like grapefruit juice now. And that grapefruit bitterness on the back end is just... It's the icing on the cake of this beer. It really, really is. Let's see what happens when we pour the rest in. I love craft cans. It's such a great way to experience craft beer. There we go. So has it changed much? Not really. Actually, more. It's got a little bit darker, I'd say, but ever so slightly. And yeah, that cloud in the middle is just absolutely wonderful. And look how reinforced that head is now. Lovely lacing as well. It smells a little bit more subdued now that it's all in, but it's still lovely. Lovely crisp malt character as well. 6.9%, did I say this was? Alcohol is just balanced beautifully. You'd think that this was around the 4 or 5% mark. There's no alcohol burn, there's no hop burn. As I said, that Citra hop has been used so wonderfully for my palate. Some people could drink this beer and go, they could do a bit more of it. But to me, that is just, if you want to showcase a hop without going over the top with it, this is how you do it. And that's a lovely, lovely beer indeed. Definitely one of the best of a really good bunch that I've tried so far from this beer mail. And yeah, I'd be interested in the future to try some of the variations on this series, because I love seeing breweries doing single hopped beers. You know, they're not trying to brew these in trend. They're still trying to, you know, that's what I like about these breweries. It's, yeah, you can get these hazy, you know, fruit bomb IPAs even from Mikkeller, but it's great to see that they still put as much time, effort and passion into these much more simple and rounded yet flavoursome IPAs. And yeah, that's a knockout beer for sure. So in terms of a rating then, I'm going to give that one a very solid 9 out of 10. I'm very, very happy with that one. Excuse me. If you've tried this one, as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you've tried any others from the series, give me your recommendations for the future. What are some of your favourite single hop beers in general? Are you a fan of the single hop style beers? And yeah, what are some of your favourite Mikkeller beers in general? Because I'm always interested to hear what people's opinions are, and any recommendations are truly welcomed. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this beer review. Check out Mikkeller down below. As always, I hope you enjoyed this beer review. I don't know why I've just repeated myself there, haven't I? Check out my Mikkeller playlist. Check out my IPA playlist as well. Don't forget to check out that referral link so you can get yourself a little bit of a discount on a box of beer. And yeah, thank you all for watching me, and I hope you join me next time for another beer review. I'm going to really enjoy the rest of this one. Thank you for watching, guys, and I shall hopefully see thee later. Cheers. That's damn good.